Alright, so this is just a fun story to listen to, I guess, if you're bored. You're just scrolling through YouTube and saw this. So, I'm a part of a marching band for my school. I'm 15, so I play big tuba. I was walking around. We go to these football games for our school, and where, we perform our show and we play pep music. If you've ever been to a football game, it's like any other football game. And, that day, it was just me and my friends. I had a girlfriend at the time, which I do now, the same girl I'm dating now. We were just, it was a good day. I had school that day. It was Friday night football game. Went through the football game, and it was pretty typical. We had our before practice, talking to my friends, goofing off. Football nights are fun because, you just watch football, eat food, and play music, and it's, like, really chill and nice. And we had gotten to the football field. And mind you, when you go to a football game of really any kind, it takes hours. But for us band members, it takes us about 7 to 8 hours of work, because we got to drive there. That's a couple of hours to the other school, unless it's home. And then after that, you're getting out, and then you got to clean, and you got to unload the trailer, because there's a lot of instruments. You can't leave cold instruments. If you know anything about that, puts them out of tune, and it's money and everything, and things can break. And so, yeah. So we're there probably 9 hours that night, and this was last year, so this is a while ago now, so it's kind of fuzzy, but I do remember there was a rivalry between our school, like, by football teams. It was just like a little fun thing, and me and my friends were just goofing around, and we smelled pot, and my girlfriend wasn't there, and we smelled pot. We smelled someone smoking weed, marijuana. So we were like, well, what's that? Not thinking much of it. And we were looking around to see, and we look over and we see the people who are doing it. They're over the fence, like, whatever, in their backyard. And it looked like 2 adults, maybe 2 teenagers, kind of like older than us. So at the time I would have been 14. So now, now I'm 15. So they would have been, like, in my eyes, probably 17. So, we're sitting there and we just kind of laugh about it. And this is probably in the second quarter. Football game's broken up in 4 quarters, if you didn't know. So we're like halfway through. It's 4 or 5 hours in. And we're laughing about it, and we're kind of close to the fence, and the dude goes, hey. And mind you, there's the school, and then the fence, and then his backyard, which is where. And we're laughing about it and goofing. And he's like, hey, what are you guys doing? And we're like, nothing, dude. And he's like, no, what are you doing? And we're like, what does this guy want? We're just laughing, we're just talking, and he's like, what? And I'm like, dude, let's just go. And before I can even say that, mind you, these fences aren't too tall. Like, these fences are a dresser. Like, it's not hard. So we're sitting there, and before I'm like, dude, let's just go, I'm talking to my 2 friends. And then this dude and the other dude that he's smoking with hop over a fence and start walking up to us, like, blunt in hand. And he literally takes it, and he rubs it on the ground, like, puts it out and throws it and starts walking up to us. And actually, I don't think I've ever told my girlfriend this story. Probably shouldn't. But he starts walking up to us, and he's getting all violent and aggressive. I'm like, dude, we need to go in, like, the crowd or something. Like, I don't feel like getting in a fight right now with, like, someone who looks way older than us and getting in trouble. You can get kicked out of band, you can get suspended for doing this, even if it is his fault. So we're, like, kind of running, and he's, like, chasing us, like, jogging us. He was a heavier set dude. And he's, like, jogging behind us, and his other friend's just sitting there, like, egging him on. Like, he wasn't following him. And he's sitting there, like, clapping and everything. And this dude is, he starts, like, booking it. And we're, like, he's pretty fast for a bigger dude. And he starts chasing us. And we get around, and we're, like, looking for the cops. Because football games, they have, like, the cops there. So we're sitting there, and we go up to these cops. And we're like, dude, there's somebody, like, chasing us around these bleachers right now. And this dude turns the corner, looks at us, and just, like, pissed. And I don't know if he was just high on weed. I think he was on something else. Like, I think he was at least drunk. And he starts running up to us, and before you can even, like, recognize the situation, the cop's like this. He's got his hands on his belt, and we're telling him. He looks over, like, I think my friend was like, he's right there, all 3. There's 3 of us, and he's like right there. The cop turns his head. The dude is running, like, full speed, like gorilla running, and the cop literally turns his head, taser, and he falls, and he's, like, jiggling around, and thank God he wasn't, like, resisting, because he was a bigger dude, and the bigger you are, the more resistant you can be. And he's, like, jiggling like this, and then he just, and he falls over, and he's, like, shaking, and the cop goes up to him. They arrest him. We ended up getting in trouble even though we really shouldn't have because it's dumb. We tried to tell our band director. It wasn't a big legal thing. He didn't hit us or anything, but I think he went to like jail that night or something. Probably was drunk. I tried to look for the case online, and honestly, it's hard to find, but I mean, it's on there. It's not as big of a deal as you think because he didn't touch us or anything and do anything he shouldn't have. So, you know, that's like the whole story, I'd say. But the moral of the story is be safe. You know, like we're going to these football games, we're going to these competitions and everything. And honestly, you know, have fun in life. But like, don't fight people if you don't know. Like, fighting is not something that you should just be doing for fun. Like, don't pick fights with people. Don't be a jerk. You know, be careful with who you're fighting because you never know. That could be the last person that you ever see. It is a scary thing. Don't antagonize people. You know, I'm not saying don't defend yourself. Defend yourself by all costs. But, like, if you are in a situation where you can avoid a fight or you genuinely do think that you don't need to fight this person, just don't. Fighting is not fun. It's not useful. Other than that, thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.